another special chat on the occasion of Deepavali. We have someone in our studios today who's actually he spent about 15 years in the field of finance, but is a very deep scholar of Indian culture and history and even Sanskrit. So today we are having a discussion with Nityanand Mishra, who's come to our studios to talk about Deepavali. Nityanand, thanks very much for your time.
Pleasure.
Let's start by understanding the importance of Deepavali in Indian history and culture.
Right. India, if we say that India is a land of festivals, it won't be an overstatement. We have so many festivals around the year, but Deepavali is special, and the reason why it's special is if you look at, say, Janmashtami or Navratra or Ramanavami, that is dedicated to a certain divinity, right? So Rama or Krishna or goddess. But Deepavali is a long festival. In large parts of India, it's celebrated over 5 days, from Dhanteras till Bhai Dooj or Bhau Beej, in some parts even longer. But it's a festival dedicated to so many different deities. So you have Lakshmi, you have Yama, you have Kuber, you have Bali, and it's a festival of all segments of society, the biggest Indian festival, a festival where we spend the most, a festival where we all unite with our families and our friends. So right from being the biggest festival to being a conglomerate of several small festivals dedicated to different deities for different purposes, it's a unique festival, and that's why it's special.
That's an amazing way of putting it. It's the biggest Indian festival and a conglomerate of many festivals put together. What's the importance of Lakshmi Pujan? I mean, all the big corporates we speak to, many of the market guys on that day or around that day are also talking to us about the importance of Lakshmi Pujan. In our history and culture, how important has Lakshmi Pujan been, and can you give us more details about how this puja is performed?
Sure. Now, Lakshmi Pujan, interestingly, is one of the Sanskrit words for the festival of Deepavali. Deepavali has many names in Sanskrit works, and one of them is Lakshmi Pujan. Lakshmi, as we say among Hindus, is the deity of wealth. That's the popular belief. However, if we read through our scriptures, the Hindu scriptures, it is said that Lakshmi is not only does she live in wealth or reside in wealth, she also lives in virtues. So if you look at the Mahabharata, there's a conversation between Lakshmi and Prahlad, another one between Lakshmi and Indra, another one between Lakshmi and Rukmini. And the essence of these conversations is that Lakshmi resides in virtues like truthfulness, like honesty, like dharma, and so on, and not just in wealth. In fact, Lakshmi likes to live between people who are laborious, who make an effort, who are valorous, who are truthful, and she's away from cheating, deception, stealth, forgery, etc. So the importance of Lakshmi Pujan is essentially that we are worshipping the labor or effort which is behind the acquisition of wealth or Lakshmi. In fact, in the Panchtantra, as you would know, it is said that Lakshmi chooses the man who makes an effort. So, Udyoginam Purusha Simham Upaiti Lakshmi, Daivena Deyam Itika Purusha Vadanti. So, it is said that a person who strives or endeavors, to him Lakshmi approaches. The wealth or the virtues approach the person who is making an effort.
That's an amazing point you made, especially for our viewers who are, among the youth. The message which is going is that if you actually want to get Goddess Lakshmi's Ashirvad, you have to put your own effort. You cannot just wait for opportunities to come in and the fruits to arrive on its own. Let's talk about, Mahurat Trading. There's a practice even in stock exchanges. We will be covering Mahurat Trading. How did that really started as a practice in the stock market? You also have a history in stock market, so you'll be knowing exactly when it started off.
Historically and culturally, Deepavali is a festival of the trader community, especially the trader community. Yes, it's celebrated by everybody, but the trader community celebrates it with special fervor. They start new accounts, they start new books. So the belief is that the trading done on the special occasion of Deepavali, whatever they gain, they'll gain throughout the year. That's the popular belief, that if you win on this day or if you gain money on this day, you'll continue gaining money. And so along with this, there's a very positive sentiment because of the festivities. And so we have this special trading, Mahurat Trading, which is considered auspicious. It's been there since 1957, as per a source that I read. It's on the BSE. On the NSE, it's been there since 1992, the year when the NSE started. Often when we explain it to our friends abroad, they are surprised. Why would the Indian markets open late evening or on a holiday for 1 hour and then close. And then we explain it to them with a lot of pride that it's our culture, it's a tradition since 1950s at least. What happens on Mahurat Trading is Bloomberg performed a study and they published their results in 2019 where they showed that in the previous 10 years, most of the times the Sensex or the index rose during Mahurat Trading and fell on the next day. So it's really the positive sentiment, the festive mood which is reflected in the Mahurat Trading. It's not very unsimilar to the trend of Chinese New Year.
Okay.
Another ancient culture, the Chinese, they have their New Year in February or March. It's also a lunisolar calendar. And what happens there is the market is closed for 5 days. And we see historically that before the market closes for Chinese New Year and after the market opens after Chinese New Year, the market or the index rises. So the positive sentiment that's there in these two ancient cultures, the Chinese culture and the Indian culture, that's what reflects the Mahurat Trading, where the market mostly rises because of the positive mood, because of the festive spirit, and then it doesn't have any long-term impact.
In fact, Nityanand, isn't it that even sort of an economic stimulus is unleashed in the economy because of the festive buying across? Hasn't that been also the trend last several decades?
That is correct. In fact, a news article published by last year mentioned that in 2021, the total sales, the total consumer sales on the occasion of Diwali was 1.25 lakh crores. That's 15 billion US dollars. And this was the highest ever, in fact, much higher than the previous years. So last year, this bumper selling amount, these sales figures, they provided a much needed stimulus to our economy, which had been on the slowdown since the corona times.
And at least early trends are indicating that this time we are likely to surpass that number as well.
I hope so. I do hope. And every year when we have this massive buying in the market, it sends a positive signal to the economy. It sends a positive signal to, even from, for small scale industries, from the potters who make those diyas made of mud or clay. It sends a positive stimulus to the white goods industries, to gold traders, to silver traders. So I do hope this year the number surpasses the number that we had in the previous years.
All right, Nityanand, thank you very much for dropping by in our studios for this special chat. It's back to you in the studios.